Hi, my name is Prentiss. I'm a local attorney here in Redding, California, although we do take cases in the surrounding Northern California counties as well. This is part of my free frequently asked questions video series regarding DUI. My practice is specific to DUI. One of the questions that we get a lot is about driver's license, obviously. There are some serious ramifications when it comes to your driver's license. And people want to know, how can I save my driver's license? There are a number of things going on with your driver's license, and initially you're going to get in California a pink form from the officer basically saying you have a temporary license for 30 days, and after that point it will be suspended. DMV is the agency that controls your driver's license to almost a complete degree. The court has very little to do with that. It's mandated to do certain things by the vehicle code. But initially, what the paper says and what most people miss is that you only have 10 days after your initial arrest to request a DMV hearing. And the DMV hearing is very important because that goes to at least the initial driver's license suspension. Generally, you'll have what we call the per se suspension, which is by virtue of your arrest for DUI, you're going to have a suspension, and then we have sometimes a subsequent suspension for the actual conviction of DUI. That it doesn't necessarily mean it starts over again, but there's two events that can trigger a suspension. The DMV hearing that you need to request within 10 days goes to this initial suspension, and what the DMV hearing is, basically it's an evidentiary hearing, usually over the phone, and the client normally isn't involved with that portion of it. But the DMV hearing officer is not a lawyer or a judge. It's someone appointed by the DMV to hear basically a very limited set of facts and to make a very limited determination. One is, was there probable cause to arrest the person, and was the search valid, basically? If there was some type of alcohol screening or testing done, which there almost always is. And so it's a limited question, but there are some very unique things about the DMV hearing that your attorney should know about. Obviously, in my practice, focusing in DUI, I've done many of these hearings, and I know kind of how they go, and have a lot of experience in that. But there is a chance, at least, through that DMV hearing, that we can show that either the arrest wasn't lawful or there's something wrong with the collection of the sample. So that's something that you definitely want to take a look at and talk to your attorney about.